Things are very quiet here right now. That's the end of academic year. Usually, it's not like that. Students from different areas and different parts of the world are here studying, researching, doing projects, and make this environment academically vibrant. Master students, PhD students, undergraduate students from Brazil, Italy, Germany, Spain, Japan, China, India, Colombia, Belgium, United States. They are coming from everywhere to study here in Lisbon. Learning and evolving as human beings and as designers. If you want to be a better designer, and if you want to be proficient in visual culture, I have a question for you. Where are you going to study next year? That's why I'm here, to talk to you about our master program in design and visual culture. Let's go. Photography. What a media to explore the expressiveness of visual communication. Pictures are everywhere. We see dozens or hundreds of pictures every day. But what about to be able to learn how to read pictures, how to create a narrative in photographic language? You'll learn how to control light and the objects that appear in the camera screen. Also, you'll learn how to work with analog and digital photography. And later, to be more aware about how to mix design and photography. Let's talk a little bit about typography. The typography class is based on theory, history, techniques, and project. You will be learning about digital process and analog process. We have here digital printing, computers, of course, but we have the good old-fashioned analog printing. And typography is not only printed on paper, is in your cell phone, is in your computer screen, and you will understand the differences between digital typography and printed typography. You will also learn how to classify types and have better understanding to make intelligent typography choices for your project. To start, I would like to talk to you about a class that you have in the first semester called Project in Visual Culture. This is a visual workshop class, and it will help you to evolve critically in the world of images. You will be creating a series of visual works, but based on theoretical and critical thinking. With this class, we want to increase your capacity to think about visual culture, not only in the theoretical way, but also in the practical way. We want you to be aware of visual creation. This class is about art. especially about visual arts and how it relates to visual culture. You will improve your understanding of artistic trends and your critical thinking skills in this area of knowledge. You will learn how to better classify images and their role in human culture. You will learn about contemporary art movements. You'll be able to formulate arguments based on visual rhetoric. You will train your writing skills in visual culture and fine-tune your discourse to a master student level. If you are considering to have a master degree, then you have to write. You have to organize your thoughts into a coherent discourse. You will cite sources, you will research and follow every rule in academic writing. Yes, rules. Maybe this word puts you a little bit off, but believe me, it will really improve your writing. And that's not all. In a master, you will learn how to present and defend your ideas with strong arguments. Here, you will learn how to read, how to find trustworthy information, how to communicate, how to link information from different places to generate your own discourse. And it doesn't matter if you choose dissertation, project, or internship report. You will write a document and defend it in front of a jury. And it all starts here in methodology class. Another optional class that Master in Design and Visual Culture have for you is Art Direction. Basically, Art Direction is a class that will help you to train your eyes to deconstruct visual communication and advertisement. Basically, we want to stimulate your creativity in the use of appropriate tools to create visual works like color, typography, illustration, photography, content structure, anything that a good visual communication advertisement needs. And basically, this is what Art Direction class is about. In Ergonomics and Visual Perception, you will learn how humans interact with communicational elements in a given system. It's about optimization. It's about to make design accessible to a variety of users with different needs. You will understand how human brain works, how we see things, and how we interpret information. And no, it's not only theory. You will use equipments to run tests, analyze results, and think about solutions to improve your design project. Illustration is a language with wide presence in visual communication. It's impossible to talk about visual culture without considering visual narrative like comics, illustrations of all kinds. In this class, you will expand your drawing techniques, get proficient in this kind of visual narrative, and gain critical, analytical thinking and visual sensibility. You will draw. You will experiment how illustration works in different kinds of medias. You will create visual narratives. You will relearn how to see your surroundings and translate it visually. Another class that I would like to talk about is information visualization. We live in the information age. We have information coming from a lot of different sources and medias: internet, video, newspaper, radio, you name it. Today, we need to organize and make that information easy to people to read and understand. How can we do that? Well, there are techniques and all kind of tools that may help the viewer to understand information. Brainstorm, mood board, script, storyboard, animatic, sound recording, art direction, animation tools, and much more. Animation is a discipline that goes beyond the concept of moving images. In this class, we use digital tools to enable the creativity and the exploration of numerous visual styles during the analog and digital languages. The goal is to make you proficient in animation narrative and the core concepts of animation. To do so, you will experience the whole animation process in order to have the necessary technical skills and the theoretic knowledge to be able to work in an animation studio. Visual communication through dynamic images has a massive presence in a society that coexists daily and in almost every context with digital screens. Motion design's visual syntax seeks to provide you with technical, theoretical substance, especially audiovisual and design in all its specificities. We will explore in motion design class the creation of compositions, basic animation, layer, trimming, motion blur, blending modes, masks, stencils, transformations, effects, presets and variations, keying, motion stabilization, motion tracking, and virtual cameras. With all this knowledge and tools, you will be able to create astonishing motion graphics. Packaging, newspaper, poster, magazine, marketing collateral, display, all this media can be produced in multiple material and multiple printing techniques. You will learn in graphic production class about offset printing, woodcut printing, serigraphy, silkscreen, pad printing, rotogravure, flexography, and how to get your digital files ready for printing. Basically, it's about to understand what's the most suitable printing technique to get better result to your visual design project. All of this taken in consideration printing prices, deadlines, and quality control. Every day, we deal with digital interfaces in all kinds of devices. Good interfaces will make interactions easier and the information will flow effortlessly to the user. In digital interface classes, you will acquire the knowledge to design interfaces to digital devices considering human factors and user experience. You will understand the role of design in digital media. Also, you will learn the necessary steps and principles to develop digital interfaces. Things like prototypes, high fidelity and low fidelity wireframes, personas, and so on. In short, based on theory and projects, you will better understand the users and what is needed to be a good interface designer. Design visual classes is one of the most important in this master program. We believe that designer is a thinker. Designer is someone capable to understand contemporary world and be able to communicate visually any message. We will encourage the capacity of researching and applying different techniques to different audiences. And also, critical thinking is important for any designer. In theory and design criticism, you will contextualize the phenomena related to conceptualization and creation of design artifacts in their multiple specificities. You will develop a coherent discourse with the theoretical activity of design to produce knowledge in this area. You will have a better understanding about the design history and learn about the main contemporary references in the design field. Hopefully, you will improve your verbal and written discursive abilities based on critical thinking about design. In workshop classes, master students will be in direct contact with design and visual communication professionals. Our guests will examine the design market. They will show and discuss their projects with you, as well as issues related to their profession. You will be challenged by them with different assignments to be developed throughout the semester. In some, you will have the chance to work and learn with the pros. We are finally here. Your dissertation, project, or internship report in design and visual culture. At this point, you will have a supervisor, someone that will guide you, stimulate you, and clarify the doubts that normally arise during the development process of a robust and academically adequate document. And the solid document will be presented to a jury. After that, you will finally have your master degree in design and visual culture. Well, by now, I think that you already have the answers for those questions. But if you still have any doubt, we are here to help you. See you in the next academic year.